My name is Nora. I'm a current senior, and I'm studying applied diplomacy with a concentration in the arts. Diplomacy matters to me because I see it as something that impacts truly every sector of our lives, even down to like the price of the milk that we're buying. And that's not just on an international level, but the way that diplomacy works in our community and our relationship between people who are representing us on a really local level, and even our neighbors. And so understanding some of the core tenets of diplomacy, like being able to build bridges and really being able to come to a common ground with people who you might think have completely different backgrounds than you, is something that we can take not just into our professional lives, but also in our interpersonal lives, even with our roommates and friends and family. So my concentration is in the arts. I chose my concentration because I've grown up around the arts. I've always done theater. I work at a theater right now. And so as I grew up, I really saw the connection between my interests in international relations and the arts. I think there's a really clear link between the way that we are telling stories, whether that is in an international relations perspective or in a humanities perspective. So finding the program at DePaul that really combined the two was really like a magical moment for me. I think some of my favorite classes have been the ones where I'm learning about broadcast media and how what we are writing on screen is then interpreted by the people who are watching it, and how what we are putting on screen really impacts our understandings of each other. I'm also taking a class next quarter that I'm really looking forward to about the history and modern problems with museums and some of the struggles in those cultural institutions right now. And we'll be getting to do a lot of field trips to some of the wonderful museums around Chicago. I think one of the concentration highlights that stands out to me is my experience on the Vincentian Legacies, Urban Experiences, and Food Culture Study Abroad, where we went to France for 2 weeks, 1 week in Paris, and then about half a week in Lyon and Marseille each. And that class, we were able to go to all of these different museums across France. And it was a really interesting perspective to have as a diplomacy student, to sort of see how these things that we were talking about, like food culture, actually really intersect with our understandings of national identity, and getting to see how that's constructed and then how that is playing out in our understandings of what it means to be French. After graduation, I hope to work in the cultural heritage management sector, whether that's with an organization like UNESCO, or even my dream has been to work at Sesame Workshop. And I think my coursework has really prepared me for being able to know the types of systems that I'm going into. I know how to do the type of writing that's expected for archival management and things like that. And also the classes being such a broad range of arts management have really allowed me to see how my future role can play out in a variety of different sectors.